Hey Queen, for the first 3 months you meet this guy, that's not the time to ask him what's your favorite meal, what's your favorite color.
Deal breaker.
They are trivial things.
Okay.
Yes?
Yeah.
For the first 3 months, this is the time you need to learn. You need to ask him very intrusive questions that you want to know. What's your plan for me? Does your plan include me? Where have you fit me in your life? Do you have somebody else out there who think she's still dating you in their head?
Marriage is a very it's an experience. It's very complex. It's a difficult thing. And then before you decide to go into that, it's very important that you know the person.
Welcome back, Kings,
Queens.
Welcome to the CommonSense podcast. I am your lovely host, Sorted.
And I am Israel.
Israel, the controversial.
Oh no!
Israel.
Why? I'm not controversial. I don't like saying the truth.
You might think it's the truth. You might think it's the truth, but
the truth.
it doesn't mean that you're not controversial. You are controversial. You wouldn't believe it.
Yeah, the truth sometimes looks to be controversial.
Anyway, listen. Happy Women's Day, guys. Happy Women's Day.
Yeah, yesterday was Women's Day, actually.
Absolutely.
And it's a shout out to all the women in the world.
Yes, King.
All the women looking at us, it's a
Yes,
shout out to you. The women, the wives,
the sisters,
the daughters,
the aspiring wives.
Not so much of those men trying to be women.
Oh, you mean the dodgy ones?
Yeah, the dodgy
ones.
No, not at all. Yeah. But
to
all the women, all the real women, biological women,
all the ones born women.
Yes.
Yes.
Shout out to you. We see all that you do.
Not the ones that are trying, not the men trying to play in women's sports.
No, not the ones who want to use tampons in women's bathrooms.
Oh, no. Listen, guys, there is nobody that is trapped
in the wrong
body.
At all.
Yes,
nobody.
Absolutely. The media has brainwashed you all.
Yeah,
the media has brainwashed you.
Guys, right.
Okay, I don't want to go that far. The media has brainwashed you. There's no one trapped in the wrong body.
At all.
I would say God don't make mistakes, but God make miracles.
Sure.
Would you say so?
Yes,
sir.
That's some rhymes, isn't it?
That's good. God don't make mistakes, but God make miracles.
Yeah.
For me, I would say, if at this point in time or this stage in your life you are still thinking if I'm a man or a woman, then you need to turn back to the Creator.
Yeah.
He's the only one that can help you at this time.
So
right.
Yeah. That's good.
Topic for today? What we doing
Our topic today is the timeline from dating, to marriage.
Oh,
a lot of people. Some people tell you, it has to be 1 week. Some people say, you can't date for more than 10 years. Some people say they've had an engagement ring for 5 years.
That's Lord of the Ring. That's what we call Lord of the Ring.
I can't believe that actually. But again, we have to discuss this from the common sense standpoint, right?
Yes, sir.
And we leave it to our viewers to, make comments, to leave the comments, tell us what they think is appropriate. If there's anything like appropriate timing,
yes, King, yes.
Audience,
For me, my opinion on this topic.
Yeah.
This topic is very touchy because I've got sisters. I've got 4 sisters, and I've got nieces and friends and family who are ladies, and this is a very touchy topic for me. Some of them are single.
You want to introduce some to me?
Calm down. He's a tiger.
I'm single,
He's a tiger. Right, and it's very close to home for me. Yeah. So if you want me to answer this question, the best way I would look at it from common sense standpoint is, you have no business. If you are in your late 20s, you have no business dating a guy anymore. What you should be concentrating on at this point in time, at this stage in your life, is courtship. And that courtship shouldn't be more than max 9 months. That's my opinion. I'm entitled to it, guys. You shouldn't date a guy more than 9 months. What I mean is, the first 3, right from the day the guy met you and said, "Hey, beautiful girl, what is your name?" From that day, you should be counting 9 months to your marriage.
But come on, if a guy asks you, "Hey, girl, what's your name?" That's just an initial step. Nothing has been said.
Yeah, that's
how this
officially that's the day you approached her.
Yeah, but she hasn't even said yes to you.
No,
so how does that come from that?
That's the day you met. Yeah. That's the day you approached her, and that's the day you start. That's the day you start obviously getting to know her. So you count from that day, 9 months. It's a long time. That's how much a child spends, how long a child spends in the mother's womb before the child comes into existence in the open world. So I think that's enough for you to say, hey, it's enough for you to know the girl, it's enough for the girl to know the guy, for you guys to go into that blissful marriage, the highest institution God created called marriage.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's your point.
That's my point. Because I'm thinking for the first 3 months, it's enough time for the both of you to go on a date, see each other, know what each other does for a living, you know, ask each other the right questions. Now, ladies, hey queen, I'm gonna look, where's the camera? Is it this one or this one? This one. Hey queens, I'm gonna speak to you directly. For the first 3 months you meet this guy, that's not the time to ask him what's your favorite meal. What's your favorite color? What team do you support?
That's part of knowing him, isn't
please, Israel, no. Don't be fooled. You don't need to ask those questions. You have a lifetime to know that. You have a lifetime to learn about his color, his favorite color.
What about if you don't like his favorite color when you get married?
These are trivial things.
These are
trivial things.
A deal breaker.
They are trivial things.
Okay.
Yes? Yeah. For the first 3 months, this is the time you need to learn. You need to ask him very intrusive questions. Like you want to know, what's your plan for me? Okay. What's your next 12-month goal plan for us? Okay. Where do you see us? So now when you are speaking to him, because he's come to you and said, hey, it's courtship. So you'll be asking the right question. What's your plan for us? In next 12 months time, where do you see us? Okay. Yes? Does your plan include me? Where have you fit me in your life? Do you have somebody else out there who think she's still dating you in their head? You have to ask these questions. They sound very silly, but these questions are very important. This is where you start asking him, listen, do you have a mom? What's your relationship with your mother? What's your relationship with your sisters? Some men don't have a good relationship with your mother. So if a man don't have a good relationship with his mother, best believe he's not going to have a good relationship with you. That's just the truth. So you can judge a man the way he treats his mother. That's the way he's going to treat you. So if he treats his mother with utmost love and respect, he's going to treat you with utmost love and respect. Now, I'm not saying go and start dating a mommy's boy or go and marry a mommy's boy. So for me, so I don't digress, the first 3 months is for you guys to know this. And for you, the man, that once the 3 months is over, that's the time you go and meet the girl's father or the girl's family and say, hey, officially, I'm the one dating, I'm the one seeking your daughter's hand in marriage. For them to know you for the very first time, 3 months is long enough. In my culture, I'm a full-blown Benin man. That's what we practice. That 90 days is enough for you to see the parents of the girl to say, hey, I'm the one, you know, your daughter is always coming to my place, or we are seeing each other now. So in the next, I'll come back and see you in the next 6 months. So planning, once you see them in that first 3 months, you are planning in the next 3 months to go and see them officially to ask the girl's hand in marriage. Then after that second 3 months, the third one is where you should be planning the party.
I think you're speaking as though this is something that's set on stone, like it has to follow this pattern. You know, but in my opinion, I think I have to dissent. You know, with you. You know,
you have to disagree with me.
Yeah, okay. I have to disagree. I mean, it's again, you know, from the common sense perspective, you know, we don't think that there's nothing like wrong or right, right? Mm-hmm. It's all about perspective. Mm-hmm. You know, so for me, 9 months, that's fine if both partners, if both intending partners, couples agree that that's time frame is enough for them to get to know themselves and of course decide to marry. But to me, I do think that marriage is a very, 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 very it's an experience. It's very complex. It's a difficult thing. And then before you decide to go into that, it's very important that you know the person. Okay. Now, it's in my own viewpoint. It mustn't have to be 9 months. It's not a hard and fast rule, right? That it has to be 9 months. That it has to be 1 week. That it has to be 5 years. It has to be 2 years. No, that's not my opinion. But I do think it takes a village, right? It takes a village, and it could be 2 years, it could be 1 year, it could be 3 years.
Okay.
It doesn't have to follow.
Sorry,
it doesn't,
can I come in here?
No, just allow me now.
Okay.
Just allow me. You
Okay.
know.
All right. Take your time.
Yeah. So it doesn't have to follow that pattern or that framework you have applying that 3 months and 3 months. No, it's not.
I'm gonna have to jump in here.
You know, it's not that.
Listen,
way.
ladies, I'm gonna say this to you. When a man says it's not cast on stone. It doesn't have to take a certain period. It's maybe a year or 2 of. Listen, you see, men like this, they are out to waste your time. Run away.
No.
Run away. No, hold on. I give you time.
Okay.
Run away. The reason why I'm saying that is when you are already in your late 20s. When you are already in your late 20s. Yes. When you're already in your late 20s. Say 28, 29, 30 upwards. Yeah. You don't have that time, that luxury. I mean, your eggs are not going to wait for you. You have not frozen your eggs. They're not going to wait for you. So what I expect you to do, if a man is telling you, let's see how it goes, or it's another 2 years, that person is just there to waste your time. No, right? No. Because, hold on, I think when you're already 28, you should stop dating and start courtship. That's where you should be. That's absolutely where you should be, so because this man has luxury of time. Even when he's 70, he can still give birth. He can still impregnate a woman and give birth. But you, at a certain stage in your life, remember the biological clock ticks. And if you are not thinking, Israel, that a woman's biological clock ticks from a certain age, that she might not be able to give birth again, then that's not fair on the women. I would just say, if my own opinion on this topic, once you are already 28, you shouldn't have any business with a man that is still telling you 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, or come and engage you and give you a ring that will turn you to Lord of the Rings. No.
Okay, I've heard your opinion, but again, to me, in my opinion, it doesn't have to follow your pattern. It doesn't have to follow that system. It can be. It depends on the individuals and, of course, what they think comfortable with them. Okay. Like, I think I was reading up on something, right? There was a research done by a university, I think in America, to determine marriages that last longer, right? So there was this group. They were grouped into 2 sections, right? One group had people who dated for 2 years, right? And then there were 2 years and less, and there was another group who dated for more than 2 years. And when the research was conducted and concluded, it was seen that it was discovered that the people who dated longer, right, who dated longer lasted more or had the chances to stay more, in that marriage than those who dated for a lesser period of time. Okay. So that I think that further give credence. To the point that getting to know someone, dating longer, because dating period. In fact, this is very important to note that dating period is a time where people try to conceal, their behaviors. But during marriages, people reveal it. So, but if you give more time to date, you get to know the worst. You get to know the worst of someone. You get to know the best of someone. And when you know the worst and the best, you can then conclude based on informed knowledge that this is the person. I can cope with this person.
I'm going to say something to you now.
Yeah.
I have a sister that's 35 years old.
Okay.
I think it's 36.
Okay.
Now she's 36.
Okay.
Right? You want to still date a 36 years old woman so that you can have an informed knowledge. What sort of informed knowledge you want?
No, but the thing.
Hold on. What sort of informed knowledge you want? Somebody is 36. Now she's approaching 40. So you want to date her for another 2-3 years before you can have informed knowledge. By the time you are done having informed knowledge, you no longer want her again.
Don't mispresent me.
I'm not saying it's you. No, I'm not saying it's you.
You're calling 3 years. I never said 3 years.
You said 2.
I said 2. I said it depends on the couple, the intended couple. How long they think it's
I can tell you now. My queens in the comment section, please back me up on this. There is no woman in her 30s or 35 that want to date you for another 2 years. I don't think anyone exists. Now listen.
So why were they married? Why were they still single?
Now hold on. There are women out there which I respect a lot. Some of them don't want to get they don't have kids. Those ones, that's fine. If you meet those ones, if you meet those kind of women and they want to just be there and just roll with the flow or roll with the punch, I'm fine with that. But I can tell you now, majority of the women that are in their 30s, they want to just get it done, nip it in the bud and go home and start having their kids. That's what they want to do. They want to have the life. Yeah, go on.
Okay. You believe that marriage is a lifelong experience?
Absolutely, yes.
Right.
It's one of the greatest institutions God created on earth.
So if marriage is a lifelong experience, is it better to rush into it and then find out things you're not comfortable with in marriage and pull out of it?
Good.
Or take your time, get to know this person, understand certain things that
Can I respond to that?
That you think you may not be comfortable with.
Can I respond to that?
And then it's better to cut that. You know, they say a failed relationship.
It's better than failed marriage. I can understand. I see this. I can agree with you. Okay. Right.
So that's the thing. That dating period, that time, that given a good period of time, is good enough to make that decision of marriage.
Hold on. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
You can never know a person.
Okay.
You can never have an informed knowledge about a person enough. You can never.
Sure. You don't know yourself.
You can. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
You will continuously just learn about this person,
and
we evolve as a person.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you. You're coming to me as well.
No, I'm not coming to you. I'm just buttressing. Yeah.
So you will continuously learn the person.
Yeah.
Now, my point is, as a man,
yeah.
they said marriage is meant for two matured people with matured minds.
Yeah.
Then marriage is not for kids.
No, it's not.
Now, it says that marriage is the first time you actually have the choice as a man or as a woman, to choose your family. Yeah. You see, the family you were born into, you were chosen. You didn't choose that family. So in marriage, this is the first time you are choosing the person that you want to start a life with. You want to have a family with. Yeah. So do you think that choosing takes the time? Yeah, hold on. My point here is, my queens, what I want them to do is, when you want to settle down, when you want to marry, I hate using the word settle down. When you want to marry, please look for a man that is nice, that is kind, yes, that has the fear of God, that submits to an authority that authority, when I say authority, a higher authority, God, and that has somebody who you can report him to. That's the kind of man you should settle down with. And a man that is already convinced within himself that he wants to marry. Not the one that wants to play, the one that's convinced within himself that he wants to marry. And the one also that sees you as the person he wants to get married to. Yes? It's all well and good, everybody wants to marry for the show. No. You need to be with that man that he's already erased all his baggages. He doesn't have any trauma, any past trauma from any relationship or any girlfriend or any wife he married before, and he's bringing them. The man has gone through everything that has to do with therapy. He's gone through therapy, and he's clean, he's free, and he's ready to marry. That's the one you should look for. Not the one that tells you we need 2 years to know each other. The one that says we need 2 years to know each other, that one still has some baggage you still need to deal with.
No one is saying, I don't want to feel represented.
No. Now, I'm on this program with my brother. I know Israel very well. If I have a younger sister, Israel will be the best person I will give the person to marry, because I know him. I know he's kind of person.
Oh my God! Yeah,
so I can vouch for him.
I feel.
No, this is, you don't need to be careful. I can vouch for him because I know him. Yes. If I have a younger sister that's old enough to get married right now, Israel will be my best bet to give the younger sister to.
That's good.
I used to have two of those brothers around me like that, but I've left the other one. Israel is the best person I would vouch for now. So I'm listening. I can see somebody at the back of the camera shaking their head, but Israel is the best person I will give that to. That's it.
Thanks for that compliment. Is it a compliment?
It's just a statement of. I wouldn't see it as compliment. It's a statement of fact from me because of how much I've known him. Israel is quite loyal. You can count on Israel. So, but on this topic, bringing it back to this topic, I would say you don't need to be with a man that wants to waste your time. As for you, that brother, that is, you want to go and deceive a woman when you know you are not fully ready. You don't have your bags ready. Okay, my advice to men is, before you approach these women, please and please make sure you can look after yourself comfortably. You can pay your rent, and you can also pay for 2 other people. You can pay the bills of 2 extra persons before you can think of getting married. Why? Somebody's asking why. I can see somebody's asking why. The reason is, by the time you start get that you are looking at, that looks very fanciful, her hair is well laid, her makeup is on fleek, her bag is on point, her shoes are on point, her phones are the latest phone, she drives some nice car. That girl that you are looking at, 6 other men are paying for those.
I mean,
my friend, I'm telling you the truth.
You can't generalize that.
Majority, some of them.
Yeah.
Majority of those girls that you see that are flashy, there are 6 other men that are paying for that lifestyle.
There are girls who can afford that.
I'm not disputing that fact. They are the 1% of the 1%. Hold on. Those majority of those women that you are looking at that are very flashy that you want to go for, there are 6 other men that are in line behind that are paying for that upkeep. If not 6 other men, there is one sugar daddy somewhere that is footing that lifestyle. So from me as a brother to you, to another brother, I would say you have no business talking to a woman that is over 28, that is ready to settle down, if you know you have not gotten yourself already in check. You don't have your money ready. You can't look after yourself properly. When I mean look after yourself.
So how much should a man have, you think, before he gets married?
If you are
appreciate a woman,
thank you. If you are in the UK, you should be able to, comfortably look after a woman if you're earning anything above 3,000 upwards.
Okay.
Yeah. If you're in Nigeria, you should say. Now, I'm going to go back to this person that's shaking their head in the background. If you're in Nigeria, if you are earning anything above 500,000-600,000, you are okay. You are okay.
So are you saying that?
The reason why I'm saying so.
Are you saying that?
Yeah.
Okay. In as much as I agree with you that a man has to get his finances and his financials ready to be married, right? I'm a Christian, and I believe in.
I'm a Christian
I believe in biblical principles,
I'm a
when it comes to
believer.
marriage, because God actually instituted marriage, right? So I don't care about what other people think, whether you're an atheist or not. I don't care, but I do care about what God says and what the principle says, documented in the Bible.
I also believe in freedom of religion, by the way. So let's go.
Now, God created man, put him in the garden, gave him work, and then also then he gave him a wife because he had to work.
Yeah.
So to me, if a man has work, now work doesn't even necessarily mean you're earning millions and all of that, right?
I didn't say millions, by the way. I don't misquote me or don't misrepresent me. I never said millions. What you're trying to say is, if a man has a 9 to 5, he should be able to get married.
No. If a man, like I said, if a man has his financials, but every man, to me, I also do think every man has a woman that fits into him, right?
Now we're going to a different topic, which means you are saying that a man should date his class. Yes, I agree. Date your class, if that's what it is.
It's not about class. Okay. No, you're bringing classism here, right? If a man sees a woman, if you're working, and a man sees a woman that he loves, even if the woman earns more than him, that shouldn't stop him from approaching such a woman. Okay. I don't think so.
Okay. Now,
if you say that because a woman earns more than you, and then you wouldn't want to approach her because
this is not what I'm saying.
That's cowardice.
That's not what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
But in as much as a man is working and he aspires, he has a vision for his life, then he can approach a woman, regardless of whether the woman.
If you let me speak, what I'm saying is, as a man, yes, before you start approaching a woman, know within yourself that you can look after, you can take care of yourself properly, yes, and then be able to take care of 2 other people, 2 other persons. Why did I say 2 other persons? Somebody said what? The woman and the child, because by the time the woman comes to your house, you start doing the do. Before you know, you get her pregnant. So hospital bills for kids, food for kids, Pampers, it's not cheap. So you need to be able to. Let's assume the woman you've seen that she's lovely, she's nice, she's not working. You should be able to look after 2 other persons before you can think of getting married. So in my own opinion, I'm going to advise my brothers, if you have a 9 to 5, I'm not saying you shouldn't get married, but please get your bag up. How do you get your bag up? You can do Uber. You can do Uber in the evening with your car.
You can do content creation.
Okay, there you go. You can do content creation as well. You can start creating content.
You can start creating content. Yeah.
Or you can start an evening classes. Or you can start a poetry. You can even start a poetry firm. The both of us that are talking here, that are speaking here, we don't have one source of income. I know about Israel. I know about myself. We don't have one source. We probably have multiple sources of income. So if you want to get married and you think you want to start looking for a woman, you should have multiple streams of income, because the woman you are looking at, that you are falling in love with right now, she probably have 4 or 5 odogus that are looking after her.
I do agree with you when it comes to having multiple streams of income.
Thank you.
Yeah, I agree with you.
There's something we agree with.
Yeah, there's something we agree on. Yeah, multiple streams of income is very important.
Absolutely.
And not even just because you want to be married, but even for yourself.
Yes.
To live
a good life. Absolutely.
To be able to also help others, to impact your community.
Yes, sir.
Right? It's good to have. So not necessarily because you want to be married. Right? So I mean, again, bringing it back to the timeline. From dating to marriage. In as much as I disagree with you that it has to be 9 months, I do believe that marriage is a very important institution.
Yes.
Right. That doesn't have to be taken lightly.
Absolutely.
Right? It's beautiful to be married, right? But because of the complexity, we live in a very complex world now, right? And of course, marriages are complex. So it's good to have a very solid foundation. And if that means getting to know someone, that's for a good period of time before you make that decision, go for it. Because it's better to spend that time knowing someone than going to the marriage and coming out of it.
Okay, I'm going to bring it home now.
Yeah.
Hey kings, hey queens, this is my opinion. If a man, I'm talking to you now as a woman, if a man does not see the need to cut you for 9 months and get married, you don't have any business with that man. If you are already in your late 20s, you don't have any business with that man. So keep it moving, right? Any man that tells you, let's see how it goes, or let's date for another 2 years.
No, that's indefinite now.
Keep it moving.
That's wrong.
Yes.
That's indefinite.
Keep it moving. And as a man, you need to get your bag up. You need to invest in yourself. You need to get your multiple streams of income going for you to settle down. If you ask me, my honest opinion is, once you meet a man as a woman, what are your plans for him? Those are the questions you should be asking him. Those are the most important things you should be saying to him. What do you want out of this? And don't forget, in that 9 months, there should be something called regular check-ins every month. At the end of every month, we should have regular check-ins. At the end of the month, hey, how you doing? I've just come today to see you, and I just wanted to do some check-ins. How are you mentally? How are you physically? What are we doing? Are we still on the same plan? Are we still on the same program? Are we still on the same trajectory? If he says yes, then we'll keep him moving. But in the meantime, in that 9 months, please do not give up the cookie. There should be no tuki for that 9 months.
Problem.
If it's worth waiting for, he will wait. That's it. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I'm a Christian. Yes, I agree.
You agree?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, there's something the both of us agree on. There's something there should be no, in that 9 months, there should be no tuki. And any man that tells you, hey, but you're not a virgin. Hold on. Any man that says, hey, you're not a virgin, you should be giving her freely. Listen, tell the man, go and get it from somewhere, not from me.
How about freely I give, freely I receive?
No. If it's worth waiting, if you are the price, he will wait for you.
I agree.
And that's what I was. That's how I close it. But ladies.
So we would like you to leave your comments. Tell us what you think. If there's a timeline, if 1 year is too much, if 9 months is too short, if 5 years is too long or too short, just leave it with us, and we'll reply you, and we can give you a shout out too on your comments. Yeah.
Please, thank you for welcoming us into your home. Don't let a man turn you to Lord of the Rings. Make sure that does not happen. It sounds funny, but it's the truth. It's happening all the way, everywhere at the minute. Make sure the man knows what he's doing and you are sure of this man before you take a ring from him. And make sure there's a timeline for everything. I've been sorted. Thank you guys. Leave your comments and share. If this is the kind of content you like and you want us to come up with something interesting and you want to send us your topic, please do. Feel free to send us topics and we'll be happy to dissect it here.
All right.
Thank you for being there.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.